Today marks 388 days share lessons I learn and continue to learn with you. My hope these insights will inspire you, support your dreams, help achieve your goals, really empower you to become the person that you want to become. Last couple of days, I was listening to quite interesting book, and that the name of the book is "What Happened to You." Such interesting conversation that have in their book about people who had extreme traumas, because sometimes people have a tendency to ask what's wrong with you, but the better question that they teach to ask is what happened to you. And I was thinking that this question could be used in so many different areas, and I think that that question is a beautiful question, and I think that could be used in personal growth perspective. And I was thinking, okay, what could I use? How I could use this beautiful question? What happened to you? Sometimes we can even change that. What happened for me? What happened for you? Because it happened, things didn't happen to us; it happened for us. But today I will focus on what I could take from this question. What I could focus on, how I could really use this question for personal growth. Personal growth is such an amazing topic in general because there's so many things that you can really consider. How I could really look into this one thing and how I could really extract the nuggets that I could use in my personal growth journey. So the real question is, what happened to you? And I think that we're sometimes able to really look into the things that happen to us for our own benefit. But I mean that when we think about the past and the thing what happened to you, I think the adversities are the gifts that we need to extract the core lessons of wisdom. And I love what they said. It is post traumatic wisdom, or post adversity wisdom, post mistake wisdom. That means there are so many things that you going through. What happened to you? What happened for you? It means that we're able to really ask, okay, what is the real power of this question? And the real power of this question is that we're able to gather knowledge. We're able to gather wisdom. We're able to gather so many different things for our own benefit. That means that I think this is a beautiful thing that when you think about it, we are getting better because of the past. Because sometimes we forget how much we really experienced in our past. Because one of the most important part about wisdom is that experience plus reflection equal wisdom. Experience plus reflection equals wisdom. That means it might be there's a lot of wisdom hidden in the past. But because we do not reflect on on those experiences, we're not able to really extract that wisdom. So how many things in our past that we didn't reflect on? Now, of course, we need to understand that I will not go into that a lot, but like we always need to look into the future, like what kind of person I want to become, look into what I need to do right now to become that, and of course, you need to sometimes go back in the past and say like, what kind of wisdom I'm able to gather from the past that I maybe neglected, maybe denied, maybe I didn't looked at. So that question, what happened to me, what happened for me, could really allow you to sit down in a nature, in a chair, and really reflect what happened to me. What really made me this way so far? It doesn't say that you need to accept who you are. It's just saying that, okay, what led me to become this person? And I think that being able to really look in the mirror and the magnify glass in those experiences and say, okay, what could I really learn from it? Number two is there is three layers of reflection. And I think that the first layer is what truly happened. What truly happened? What exactly happened? We need to be very specific about that experience because sometimes we can really be very vague. And until we able to be very specific about what exactly happened, this one, this, and this, not opinions, what facts, what exactly happened. So this is a layer one. Number two is interpretation. So what story did I tell myself about it? What story did I tell about myself in the past? What story do I tell myself right now? And what kind of story would I like to tell myself about this thing? Because I think that sometimes, I think that not sometimes, that a lot of times, there is events that we interpret in totally wrong way. And that's why I think that we need to really be able to really reflect on past experience and say like, did they reflect on it in the right way? Because like, the same question, like what happened to you, what happened for you, to me could potentially be wrong thing. For me could always be the good thing. And being able to reflect with some kind of wise person and say like, what do you think? What I should get from this story? What should I get from this event? What I should reflect on specifically in this experience, in this event? And I think that sometimes we'll realize that the things that we thought it is bad for us could be the best thing for us. That's why the story that we tell ourselves, the interpretation that we tell ourselves, is so, so important. And that's why the question, what happened to you, is very important to reflect once in a while, because the wisdom that we gather and perspective that we have sometimes could allow us to change those stories. And that is very important. And number three layer is the identity layer. Who did I become because of that? Who did I become because of that? Who did I become because of that? Such a beautiful question. That means that that event, that interpretation, led me to believe something about myself. So what did that event, that story, what it allowed me to really, maybe allowed me, maybe what it turned me to. So that did me start to see it as a courageous person, or maybe I start to see myself as a lazy, maybe not worthy, maybe I feel not enough. Like what are those stories that I tell, and what do I put on identity level? Do you see yourself as a kind, generous, courageous person? Or are you whole different? You feel that you are scared, little boy or little girl. I mean, we need to really understand that those events could really dictate what kind of layer of identity will put that experience and story on us. Number three, turning into daily compass. I think that's we can ask like, what happened to me 10 years ago, 20 years, but we can ask like what happened to me today, what happened for me today. So it means that we're able to look into the experiences and really turn those experiences for our own benefit. Because everything, I think that majority of the times things happens to us, and at that moment be able to choose, does it happen for us or for us, and what are we able to do with it? Because one thing is that we need to take ownership of our life, and we need to understand that external things will happen to us no matter if we want it or not. But our power is choosing what to do with it. So in the past there's a lot of things that happened to us, there are a lot of things that we didn't want, a lot of things and strategies and losses and mistakes. And what happened to us? I think that the book that I was listening, of course, is basically made on the childhood. When you're like a child and when you experiencing massive traumas, like and people sometimes cannot even imagine what things people are going through. But I think that we can really use that in a daily basis as adults. Because if you're not healing what happened to us, those unhealed things could clearly come up. Because I really love the saying that if you don't heal the injuries that someone made those injuries, you potentially could bleed on people who are not guilty of that, who is not fault. So we need to really protect ourselves, to heal ourselves, and after that, be able to really be much better in relationships, in business, and everywhere in life. Number four is using the question socially. And I think that sometimes what happened to us, I think that able to really look into what happened to you. So that means that there's superpowers. Spotting silent struggles. That means that we able to really start to see the change in the energy, presence, tone. And I think that sometimes we're able to really able to be the best mentor for someone else. So that means that when we think about ourselves, what happened to us, and we really reflect on that, and we grow through that, and we learn to really use the past for our own benefit, at that moment, be able to really be the leaders who really help other people to see their own question, what happened to them, and allow them to really go through that. And I think that what I learned very beautifully is that people have a different capacity to really speak about terrible experiences, and we need to really give them time, and is the best way is just to give like a couple of minutes, couple of sentences, couple of paragraphs about their experience, and when they are able to share, a lot of times, little by little, that allows to open up. And there's a validation of transformation, a little by little, rather than going in deep inside right away, just going very small in connections and sharing points about what happened to them, to you, or for us. And the last one, number 5, is the future echo technique. The future echo technique. This is beautiful as well. This means when you think about yourself in like 20 years, 30 years, and really look into yourself right now, and the person, future you, ask, what happened to you? I think that is beautiful when you're able to really be, or even the current you is saying to the future you, what happened to you? What happened? Because you seem so more courageous, more confident, more willing, more joyful, more blissful. All the things that really you want to see in the future, and you're able to ask, like, what happened to you? What happened for you? What did you do to really get into this level? So I think that it's beautiful thing that when I really love the perspective that you're able to learn from your future self. Like you visualize who you are in the future, what kind of person you are, what kind of values you have, what kind of skills that you have, and really ask for mentorship from the future you. And ask you what happened to you. What did you do to achieve this kind of success in 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 um in learnings? And I think that what happened to you is good to really look into the past because now you have better perspectives, more wisdom, and you're able to heal your uh, inner child. When you were younger, you didn't have capacity to even understand what's going on. But now you have understanding, you have more wisdom, you have more perspective. You're able to coach yourself through the difficulties that person went through. And then you're able to, what happened to you? And you're able to express, understand, and really heal yourself. And at the same time, look into the future. And I think that it's a, what happened to you is a beautiful, beautiful question. And I think that we're able to use in so many different areas and really use for personal growth. I think there's more questions like this, but I think that we able to really look, as I said at the beginning, that you're able to look for growth opportunities, even in small questions. And this question is potentially small, but potentially could bring so much out of it. So I hope you just win and see you tomorrow.